Previously on Quest of History, an official was complaining of strange things happening in his house. Our main character, Onos, investigated and found a piece of linen, which we learned came from the late pharaoh Amenemhat III. Under the instructions of the official, Onos then went to the pharaoh's tomb and found a piece of papyrus with a high-level spell on it that he couldn't read. He then had a choice, go back to the official or find a high-level priest. You guys chose the priest, so that's what he did. He made it to the priest, but not before almost dying. And that's kind of where we are right now. The priest doesn't waste a single second to ask Onos who he is and what he's doing there. Still dazed, he tells the priest that he has a piece of papyrus that he wants him to decipher. He tells him that this is of very high importance. The priest lights up like nothing else, as if he had just seen a ghost. He asks Onos where he got this from. Onos lies and tells him he found it in a cave near Thebes. The priest gets angry and throws him to the wall. He tells him to stop lying and repeats, "Where did you get this from?" Now this was a level 70 priest, the max level in the game. Onos recognizes that if he gets on his bad side, he would get killed instantly. I mean, he almost did against the birds and the griffins. Onos tells him that he got it from the tomb of Amenemhat III. He went in, investigated, opened the tomb, and found this piece of papyrus. He tells him that he was only doing a simple quest and it led him there. The priest is baffled. He can't believe what he's hearing. He tells Onos that this is a forbidden spell. It's dark magic, and it's preventing the pharaoh from going into the afterlife. You see, when pharaohs were buried, they would commission spells to be put on their graves. These spells would help them navigate the afterlife, and it was in your interest to select good spells for yourself that fit with your lifestyle. For example, if you were unlucky in your life, you might want to commission a spell of luck. This practice eventually led to the creation of the Book of the Dead, which was kind of the same thing, but instead of writing it on the grave, you would write it in a book and place that book with you in the tomb. You would pay and have whatever spells you wanted on it. We can now understand why the pharaoh was stuck. The spell was preventing him from going to the afterlife. But the question is, who put the spell there in the first place? Because in those times, only the high priest, appointed by the pharaoh himself, could do it. And it obviously wasn't this priest. The priest tells Onos that he knows exactly what happened and who did it. He also says it's the same reason why he's banished from the kingdom. Everything happened right after Amenemhat III's death. He says he was framed for using dark magic by the new pharaoh Amenemhat IV. The pharaoh banished him and replaced him with another high priest before the burial took place. No doubt it was this priest that put the spell. But then the question becomes, why would he want this spell in his father's tomb? Why doesn't he want his father to go into the afterlife? Onos tells the priest that he's been doing this quest for an official in the current pharaoh's army, that he's the one who told him to go to the tomb, and that all of this got started because strange things were happening in his home, and that's where he found the piece of linen. The priest, who has incredible intelligence, thinks for a second and tells Onos that the strange things must be Amenemhat III. He thinks he was trying to send a message. He was trying to get attention on the official, and he doesn't think it was in a bad way, because he's heard about this official before. He was very loyal. He tells Onos that he needs to bring him to the pharaoh's tomb so he could reverse the spell and free Amenemhat III. But he should see the official first and let him know what's going on. He can be trusted. Arriving back in Thebes, he goes back to the official and tells him everything. The official is out of words. He suspected something was off with Amenemhat IV, but he thought he was simply going crazy. He tells Onos that it was a good thing that he first sought the priest himself, or else he probably would have brought the spell to the current high priest, the one who put it there in the first place, which no doubt would have failed the quest. Now, the first time Onos went to the pyramid, he managed to sneak past the guards rather easily because of his stealth. But now he has to take the priest with him, so getting in would be more difficult. But Onos has a choice. He can choose to also bring the official, or he can choose to go without him. And that choice is up to you. And FYI, it's very important. If I can give you a piece of advice, listen carefully to the words I used. And it's time to vote. Go to my channel, hit the community tab and vote on the poll as to what should Onos do next. Vote and give a reason as to why you're voting, because this vote is important and it will come back to bite you if you vote incorrectly. So if you like what I do on this channel, make sure to leave it a big thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe if you want to be notified for future videos, and hit the notification bell so you're one of the first ones to get these videos as they come out. My name has been Darius. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I will see you all in part 4.